Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. Today, I will be reviewing Sixpoint Resin. This is their double IPA, and I've got to give a big shout out to Shane at Sixpoint for hooking me up with this beer. That's right, Shane was very kind to send me a couple of beers from Sixpoint. They also included a shirt, so awesome stuff, man. I really appreciate it. At time of recording, this is still a very fresh can, of course, because why would a brewery send me an old beer? Now, if you guys remember, I actually reviewed this one. It's probably been 2, maybe more years ago than that. At the time, though, I think it was a pretty old can. I didn't have the best impression of it, so really looking forward into digging into a fresh can this go-around. Let's go ahead and check out the aroma. Oh yeah, up front I'm getting a lot of these piney, resiny hop notes. Definitely kind of has this earthy quality. Behind that I'm getting some citrus. Definitely getting like a candied grapefruit, some orange peel, a little bit like a lemony notes. Maybe a slight bit of kind of like an apricot or light peach kind of thing going on too. But yeah, mostly it's this big, piney, resiny, kind of slightly dank, earthy hop notes, kind of that bright citrus. I do get a little bit of caramel malt. I smell a little bit of like a sweet breadiness in there too, but yeah, definitely hop forward. Let's go ahead and take our first sip. Oh yeah. This definitely lives up to the namesake. First and foremost, big resinous, piney, earthy, dank, herbal hop notes, followed by a nice blast of citrus on the back end. Yeah, it's got like this candied grapefruit note, definitely some sweet orange peel. There's definitely a little bit of like a lemon zest. Definitely has a sweeter malt bill too. I'm getting some caramel, a little bit of like a light toffee note, some sweet breadiness in there as well. Definitely a lot of malts to hold up this big beer, but it's definitely more on the hop forward spectrum before, again, piney and resiny for sure. Yeah, lots of that candied grapefruit, a lot of orange. Definitely more of that like mid-palate, but up front, just that big blast of piney, resinous, dank hop notes. A little bit sweeter on the back end still as it fades, more of that caramel and toffee malt sweetness. It's definitely on the fuller side of medium for a body. It's got a very crisp, clean kind of taste. It definitely has a palate coating kind of feel to it. There's a decent bitterness, and yet it's still very balanced because it's got a big malt bill. And you can taste this one. I mean, for as hoppy and as bitter as it is, there is still a good deal of malt in this one for sure. It's definitely on the sweeter side. To me, it almost reminds me of like a cross between an East Coast and a West Coast IPA because it has that kind of bitter, resinous, piney notes that you get in a lot of those West Coast IPAs, and then it also at the same time has that really big sweet malt bill from the East Coast side. For being over 9%, hides it very well. You know, I'm not getting any alcohol in the taste. I don't feel it as it's going down. It's deceptively smooth. It's a really well done beer. It's just not exactly where my palate is. My palate prefers these big kind of tropical fruit, citrus hop bombs. I'm definitely more on the end of less malt taste in the, an IPA or double IPA. It's just really where my personal preference is, but this is a very well made beer. In terms of rating, I'm going with an 8.9 out of 10. Fantastic stuff. Again, that piney, resiny notes coupled with, that brighter citrus. The only deterrent, again, is just it's very heavy on the malts. It's definitely on the sweeter side of things, despite drying out nicely on the back end. So if you like a really well done, kind of more of that East Coast double IPA, you'll love this beer. It is fantastic stuff. Again, it's just not where my personal palate is at this time. Again, Shane, thank you so much for sending this beer out. I really appreciate it. If you guys have not tried this one, it's well worth checking out. Alright, that does it for this beer review. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I hope whatever you're doing involves good craft beer. See ya.